Hello there traders, and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. So basically what we got here is that we have the daily, weekly, and hourly time frame. And speaking of higher time frames, we can see that last week we got an inside week on the Euro versus US dollar, and we have multiple days with a defined trading range between 1.0660 like resistance and support at like 1.0570 mark. So my advice will be to watch for the breakout of this trading range, and if the market can sustain above or below to confirm further direction. If the market can break 1.0570 mark and sustain below, then we can open the door for lower prices towards 1.0510 or even towards the 1.0465. From other side, if we take resistance and break and sustain above 1.0660, we can expect the retest of 1.0735, and then the next pivot level will be around 1.0770 mark. So watch for the breakout of this well-defined trading range. If we speak about the gold market and check about what the weekly time frame is doing, we have basically last few weeks a pretty balanced week. Last week and last 3 weeks we can see there is an indecision in the last 3 weeks. So this is a trading range that we have on the gold market too. So the same thing. Watch for the breakout of the trading range to confirm further direction. If the market can clear 1823 and sustain above, this can open the door for test of 1870 mark. So, and that will be a good to watch for buying opportunities above this trading range high. If the market can clear the low of this area, and I will say around 1774 or 1765, then that can open the door for test of 1740 or even for the price to go lower towards 1617 mark. Speaking of the crude oil market, now if we speak about the crude oil, we can see that we have a higher high that last week we closed on the high week, and we have a higher high and higher low, and also the daily is an upside cycle. But now we still didn't test this key resistance cluster at 8250 and 8350. So there is a still chance for higher prices in the next period. So watch for potential either ABC completion on the hourly or a bull flag on the hourly time frame. So watch for the important zones. You can also watch for the Fibonacci retracement levels, and then with first upside objective at 8250 and 83 mark. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, we can see that market is trading very, last few weeks is trading in indecision. We cannot see any imbalance here. Market is pretty balanced in this area here. So only the market can clear 15,400 mark and trade below, then that can open the door for lower prices and even test of the 13,850. From other side, we have this clear cluster support which acted like resistance here. So only if we can trade above and sustain above this 18,500, and we can expect something like higher prices towards the 20,000, let's say 21,000 mark. But for now, this in the last couple of weeks, we have a defined trading range and a rejection of this key resistance zone here. So still watch for the breakout of this range environment. That'll be all for this update. Hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe as always, and speak to you tomorrow morning.